On April 1st, Israel set a grim world record by violating 4 international human rights laws within just 24 hours. They breached Syria's sovereignty by destroying a diplomatic building and killed innocent people. The destruction did not stop there. They also demolished 3 vehicles belonging to a U.S.-based charity that was delivering food and tragically targeted the only medical center in North Gaza, Al-Shifa Hospital. This hospital had previously been razed by Israel and was painstakingly rebuilt by local doctors, only to be struck down once again. Among these violations, the most devastating was the direct attack on the American charity, which was actively engaged in humanitarian efforts under directives from U.S. President Joe Biden at the time. In less than 4 months, the number of people in Gaza facing extreme hunger has soared from 570,000 in December to 1.4 million today. The United States, a leading global power, consistently strives to promote world peace. In a recent address to Congress, President Joe Biden unveiled a plan to create a sea corridor to deliver food from Cyprus to Gaza, offering relief to the innocent people there who live in constant fear of violence. The U.S.-based NGO, World Central Kitchen, eagerly took on the responsibility of delivering food via this route to the people of Gaza. Known for their expertise in feeding people in disaster-stricken areas such as Gaza, Ukraine, Turkey, Syria, and Florida, they have consistently reached these areas to provide food to those in need. José Andrés, a celebrated Spanish-American chef and the founder of World Central Kitchen, embodies a simple yet powerful creed. When people are hungry, send cooks, not tomorrow, today. When the U.S. enlisted his charity to supply food to Gaza, he began his mission. Braving challenges, his team landed on the northern shores of Gaza with rubber boats packed with food. In northern and central Gaza, they doubled their efforts, countering Israel's use of hunger as a weapon of war there. They shared details of its members, vehicles, and travel routes with the Israeli forces. They traveled in 3 white vehicles marked with logos on their roofs, which were easily visible from above. While driving along the coastal Al-Rashid Road in broad daylight, these white vehicles were easily recognizable to the drones and helicopters attacking from the airspace. On April 1st, as 3 World Kitchen vehicles were departing from central Gaza's Deir al-Balah, they were targeted by the Israeli Air Force. The first missile struck the middle vehicle, completely destroying it. The vehicles nearby immediately stopped. Workers from the second vehicle rushed to rescue survivors, transferring them to their van. During this heroic effort, Israeli drone launched a second missile, targeting them. A third missile was then fired at the distant third vehicle. Tragically, everyone in all 3 vehicles died. Notably, a distinct hole in the roof of one vehicle indicated that the drone could see the World Kitchen logo during the attack. Despite knowing these were the charity vehicles, the airstrike proceeded, tragically killing all 7 charity workers inside. The victims included 3 Britons, an American, an Australian, a Pole, and a Palestinian. After that, World Central Kitchen founder José Andrés messaged on X, "Today World Central Kitchen lost several of our sisters and brothers in an IDF airstrike in Gaza. These people were angels. The Israeli government needs to stop this indiscriminate killing. It needs to stop restricting humanitarian aid, stop killing civilians and aid workers, and stop using food as a weapon." At first, Israel dismissed the allegations of the attack, repeating the familiar claim that it was a targeted operation against a Hamas leader. However, when the owner of World Central Kitchen spoke out and images began to circulate online, it became unmistakably clear that the American-made missiles had tragically been used in the killing of not only Americans, but also citizens of its allied nations. In response, every country except the United States expressed strong condemnation of Israel's harsh actions. Hours later, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu refrained from apologizing, instead describing the deaths of the world kitchen workers as an unintentional and tragic incident. According to Saul J. Takahashi, professor of human rights and peace studies at Osaka University in Japan, the support of the United States and other Western nations has not only fueled Israel's war crimes, but has also played a pivotal role in the tragic deaths of 7 charity workers. Professor Takahashi contrasts this with the situation in Ukraine by saying, "Ukrainians who throw Molotov cocktails at Russian occupation forces are heroes and freedom fighters, while Palestinians, and others, who dare to speak out against Israeli apartheid are terrorists." Every life is precious. Taking one innocent life is like taking the life of all humanity. Since October 7, 2023, the UN reports that 31,000 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli forces. Among them, 14,500 were innocent children and 9,500 were women. Israel says they are targeting terrorists. But I ask you, do you truly believe that these 24,000 women and children were terrorists? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Innocent lives are being lost, and it's beyond heartbreaking. In the name of targeting terrorists, Israel is bombing buildings in Gaza, killing innocent citizens. Their true aim seems to be taking control of Gaza to expand into Greater Israel. Instead of condemning these actions, the global powers stand with Israel, supporting the massacre of innocents. The world's leading powers must act now to end the bloodshed in Gaza. They must pressure Israel to cease fire. They must push for a two-state solution, where Israel and Palestine can coexist peacefully. It's time for global leaders to step up, put humanity first, and pave the way for a future where children of both Israel and Palestine can grow up without the fear of violence and war. Before we end our video, let's honor the 7 charity workers from World Central Kitchen who lost their lives in Gaza. These brave souls risked everything to feed strangers, working in the darkness to bring light and smiles to those in need. There is no justification for these senseless killings. They could have stayed safe at home, but they chose to face danger to help others. We are profoundly grateful for their sacrifice. Their actions remind us that even in the darkest times, there are still angels among us. If you found our video informative, please like and subscribe to our channel. Your support encourages us to create more informative content for you. We're a new and small channel, and we can grow with your help.